What is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King. Today I'm doing a top 20 coasters in the entire state of Florida video, going over all the parks like SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Disney, Universal, you name it, I talk about it. So, quick things to talk about. Jurassic Coaster, the one at Universal, probably could be up there in this list, but just because they haven't released an official layout at the time of me recording the video, and obviously couldn't get on it then. So that's not going to be on it, and any new coasters that come after it are not going to be on it. But Iron Gwazi is the last coaster. It's like the cutoff coaster. So Iron Gwazi is on this list. Coming at number 20, and starting off our almost spam of Disney parks here, we have Slinky Dog Dash. It's just a kiddie coaster. If you think about it, if you have 50 coasters in the state of Florida, and this is number 20, it's just not that good. But props to Disney for giving the kids a great ride. It's well themed, pretty cool, pretty smooth. Obviously, it's a new ride, so it is going to be smooth. Um, just it's just a kids ride, so I don't think it deserves to be any higher than this, and I'm sure people aren't really going to be complaining about it too much. Number 19, we have Rock and Roller Coaster. I know a lot of people would like to see this thing higher, but I just don't see it. It's rough in my opinion. The theming is awesome, and it really interacts with the theming that it has in the ride well. But it is Disney, so we do expect that. But the ride is just not that good. It's pretty rough. The launch is underwhelming in my opinion, and that's why I have it down here at number 19, right behind another Disney coaster. Yeah, like I said, there's a spam of Disney coasters in the front part of this list here. Space Mountain. This is an indoor coaster. It's pretty rough. It's gotten pretty rough over the years. Everybody knows Space Mountain. It's one of the most famous roller coasters in the world. So definitely an interesting ride. I did enjoy it. Obviously, it's number 18, so I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. I mean, I don't think you can really put it any higher when you compare it to some of the other rides that we're going to talk about. Once again, it's not for necessarily enthusiasts as much as telling a story, and that's something that we see in all the Disney rides like Rock and Roller Coaster. It has more theming than the actual like focus on airtime almost. So yeah. Number 17, and finishing off our Disney spam here, is Expedition Everest. I think this is my favorite coaster at Disney. I really like the ride because not only did it have amazing theming, but it also had a great ride. And that's what really separated it above the other Disney coasters that we just talked about. But I feel like all Disney coasters had the same goal, tell a story, and really didn't focus on stuff like a B&M Hyper with the airtime. And that's what I'm looking for in a coaster. But these rides were fun just because they used the theming well, the terrain well in this coaster, obviously with the giant mountain. But this one you did get some airtime, nothing in comparison to some of the rides that we're going to talk about in a second here. Number 16, we have Revenge of the Mummy. This is at Universal Studios. This is an awesome ride. It really is just really great. If you compare it to Rock and Roller Coaster, I feel like Rock and Roller Coaster, sure, it has theming on it, but the reason I have this ride over it by what 2 3 places is because of the actual on-ride experience. It's much better. You get more forces, you get more airtime, and that's why it's number 16 as opposed to being number 19 for Rock and Roller Coaster. Number 15, we have Cobra's Curse at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. This is a really cool spinning coaster. Definitely a good extreme spinning coaster. Um, One of my favorite spinning coasters in the world, if not my favorite one. Actually, no, definitely not my favorite one. Have not been a time traveler yet, but this is an awesome spinning coaster. I definitely loved it a lot. I really like all the theming that goes into it. Florida parks have amazing theming in general, other than fun spot parks, but um, yeah, it really uses the theming well, and this is where I would start to kick off like the tier where the coasters start to get elite as opposed to like Disney level coasters. 14, we have White Lightning at Fun Spot America. This park is very small, and this is pretty much the star attraction there. It's a good GCI wooden coaster. I definitely think it's a fun ride. Nothing elite in the world. Definitely up there in Florida, obviously. And Fun Spot did a good job with their star attraction with White Lightning. I think this is a little worse than the other Fun Spot's main attraction, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But just a fun ride, get some good airtime, and it's not that rough. So it's here at number 14. Number 13 is Hollywood Ride Rockit at Universal Studios Florida. This ride honestly gave me kind of an underwhelming feeling. I felt like it was going to get more airtime. I was going to throw it in my seat a little more, but I didn't. And that's why I didn't love the ride at first. But as I rode it more, I kind of got rid of those expectations that were extremely high. And I learned to love the ride for what it is. It's just an awesome ride, really. I really like the theming. I like the music going on. It's kind of like a different experience compared to other coasters. You don't get as much airtime. I was like, and Iron Gwazi is going to give you. But of course, it's an awesome ride, great experience, and I definitely would recommend going on it. Number 12 is Mind Blower, once again at the other Fun Spot America Park, and I had this over White Lightning just because I like the actual intensity of the ride a little more. It's a little smoother. You're obviously gonna get much more forces on this ride, and that's why I have it at number 12 as opposed to number 14. But overall, it's a very similar experience to White Lightning. I felt like it's an older wooden coaster, and just you know provides some great lateral forces and overall great airtime and stuff like that. So I definitely have it number 12, elite ride in Florida. Number 11 is gonna be Tigris at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. When I went to this park, it was closed, which is awesome. But yeah, if you guys been in the Skyrocket 2 model, I'm sure I have. I definitely have, obviously. So um, yeah, it's just one of those. It does have the annoying comfort collars. Just a great ride. I don't have any complaints with Skyrocket 2s. I feel like they can be a little longer, but it's definitely fine. I wish they got rid of the comfort collars, but also fine. Um, yeah, Tigris number 11. Kickoff for number 10 is Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure at Islands of Adventure. This ride is definitely interesting. Obviously, it's a newer ride. Came up in 2019, replacing the Dragon Challenge. I was there before. Um, Really great use of theming. I really love how it interacts with like the lake and everything that all the theming that went into this ride. It's just a massive construction. Took so much money, so much time, so much theming to make it, and I feel like it really used it well. Obviously, not the most intense coaster, but still an awesome ride. Number 9 is going to be the Incredible Hulk at the same park. I really love this ride. Um, I didn't have too great of expectations coming into it, but I felt like it was super smooth, offers some good airtime, and honestly is right up there for my favorite BM coaster to this date that's not a hyper. So I definitely like this coaster a lot. Did use the theming pretty well, especially in the queue line, but on the ride, the theming could be a little better. I like the length of the ride. I didn't feel the rattle, but I did go on it the year after it was retracked. So that kind of definitely definitely has an impact on it. That was the first time I went on it. But yeah, so great ride. Definitely have no complaints. I do believe this cracks my personal top 25. Yeah. Number 8 is gonna be Sheikra at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. This ride is a lot of fun. I love dive coasters, so this ride definitely offers the same experiences as pretty much any other dive coaster would. It's a little short, that's why it's all the way down here at number 8. But it's just a great ride. You get some great forces. Everyone loves the dive coaster drops. No complaints there. I wish it was a little longer. I think that the length and the size and the speed are obviously awesome, but the length is a little bit underwhelming. But still, number 8, it's a great ride. Number 7 is Manta at SeaWorld Orlando. This is one of the best flying coasters in the world. It's really awesome, especially that little splashdown effect that you guys see in this picture here. Manta is a great flying coaster, much better than one of those Superman clones. But yeah, just a great ride. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's kind of one of those middle of the pack elite coasters where it's like it's better than Sheikra, but it's not better than some of the other ones that we're going to talk about. Um, it doesn't blow you away. That's what I'll say about it. It doesn't blow you away, but it's still a great ride. Number 6 is Kraken Unleashed. This is one of the best floatless coasters in the world, no doubt about it. The length is absolutely insane. Just an awesome ride. You're really gonna like this ride a lot if you guys go on it. And I definitely don't have too many complaints about it. I feel like it's the same with Manta though. It's just kind of like there. It doesn't really blow you away. It's just a great ride, and it doesn't really blow your expectations away. Number 5 is going to be Kumba at Busch Gardens, Tampa. This is an awesome ride, no doubt about it. When I went on it for the first time, I didn't really expect too much, but I got so much more, and that's why I think it is this high in my rankings. Um, Awesome ride. Really, just recommend this ride to anybody who goes to Florida parks. This should be one of the bucket list ones. Great forces, great length, great speed, great height. Everything really is good for this ride. Number 4 is my personal favorite B&M invert coaster. It's going to be Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa. This ride has the intensity, has the speed, has some crazy elements. Just an amazing ride. Once again, you compare like Manta to the Superman clones. Compare this to the Batman clones. I mean, just blows out of the water, and that's why I think it's one of the best coasters in the world. And my personal B&M invert uh, title holder, I guess you can say. So definitely love Montu. This is one of the coasters that is going to blow you away and is going to make your trip worth it. Number 3 is going to be Cheetah Hunt. I didn't have too big of expectations coming into it. Cheetah Hunt is an awesome ride, though. It really did blow me away personally. I love the airtime on it. The intensity was great. It really used the terrain well, interacted with itself, as well as like the theming really well. And that's why I do have it all the way up in a number 3. Rather than just like all the other parks, like Disney parks, just like have theming, it has an amazing on-ride experience plus that same level of theming, and that's why it's number 3. You get a great airtime, great lateral forces. The inversions are awesome. I know some people may consider it to be a family coaster. I wouldn't. I think it's a thrill coaster. Number 2 is Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. This is one of the best B&M hypers in the world. I think. I don't know. Haven't been at Candemonium yet. I'm going down there July 15th. So I guess we'll find out then if this still holds my favorite B&M coaster title. But yeah, so this is an awesome B&M hyper coaster, no doubt about it. One of the newer ones, obviously. So you get great airtime. If you're sitting in the back row, you really get tossed out of your seat. I really like the floater airtime on this ride, and it really is an amazing roller coaster. SeaWorld Orlando did a great job with it. Wish they had a little better review on the ride, but it is what it is. Still an awesome ride. Number 1, no one surprised, Iron Gwazi, Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Really, Busch Gardens is an absolutely amazing park. What do they not have at this point? Iron Gwazi is going to be up there with Steel Vengeance, in my opinion. It looks to be awesome if they ever open it. They ever get their stuff figured out with RMC. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't have any words to describe Iron Gwazi. It's going to be one of the best coasters in the world, and obviously the best coaster in Florida by that matter. I definitely want to get on it. I don't even think it opened for a little bit, I believe, and then it closed back down with everything that's going on with RMC. But still, the layout looks awesome. The height looks awesome. The speed looks awesome. Reminds me of like Steel Vengeance, but not as good. Yeah, great ride. Number 1 in Florida, of course. That's me. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. I think I'm gonna do some more states and stuff like this, or like regions. So let me know if you guys want me to do like a specific region of America or even like a country. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.